Have you ever promised yourself that tomorrow would be different? Tomorrow you'll wake up early. Tomorrow you'll finally begin. Tomorrow you'll change your life. But somehow, tomorrow never comes.
What if laziness isn't your real enemy? What if something much deeper has been quietly stealing your dreams all along? This is one of those wisdom stories whose greatest life lessons are revealed only at the very end.
In a quiet mountain village lived a young man named Elias. He was 24 years old, kind, intelligent, full of dreams. He wanted to become the finest woodcarver in the region. He imagined people traveling from distant lands to admire his beautiful creations. Yet every morning followed the same pattern. I'll start after breakfast. After breakfast came another excuse. I'll begin after lunch. When afternoon arrived, I still have tomorrow. Days quietly became weeks. Weeks became months. His workshop remained almost empty. Dust settled on his unfinished carvings. His dreams slowly became decorations inside his imagination. The painful part wasn't that Elias lacked talent. Everyone knew he was gifted. Even he knew it. He simply couldn't begin. And each evening, he carried home something heavier than unfinished work. He carried regret. Little did he know, someone had been watching him all this time. One autumn morning, Elias wandered toward the river to escape his guilty thoughts. There, he noticed an elderly monk quietly stacking small stones. The old man smiled without looking up. "You seem tired." Elias sighed. "I've barely done anything." The monk nodded gently. "That explains your tiredness." Elias looked confused. "I thought hard work makes people tired." The monk laughed softly. "No, unfinished thoughts are far heavier." Those simple words echoed inside Elias. Before leaving, the monk handed him a tiny wooden seed. "Return tomorrow." Curiosity pulled Elias back. The next morning, the monk pointed toward a nearby hill. "Carry this single stone to the top." Elias smiled. "That's easy." Within minutes, he finished. The monk nodded. "Good." The following day, 2 stones, then 3, then 4. Each sunrise, the task became slightly harder. By the 7th day, Elias finally asked, "What is the purpose of this?" The monk answered, "You'll understand soon." Although frustrated, Elias continued. Something unexpected had begun changing inside him. For the first time in months, he was keeping a promise to himself. But the greatest lesson had not yet arrived. One cold morning, the monk handed Elias a thick rope. "Tie this around your waist." Then he placed a heavy wooden log behind him. "Now, walk." Elias struggled. Every step felt difficult. His breathing grew heavier. After several minutes, he collapsed. "I can't." The monk untied the rope. "Walk again." This time, Elias moved effortlessly. The monk looked at him kindly. "You see?" Elias nodded. "The log made walking difficult." The monk smiled. "No, the log only revealed what you chose to carry." Elias frowned. "I don't understand." The monk picked up the rope. "This is what excuses do. They quietly attach themselves to your mind. I'm too tired. I'll begin tomorrow. I'll wait until I feel motivated." You carry them for so long that eventually they feel like part of who you are. Elias remained silent because every excuse sounded painfully familiar. But one question still troubled him. If that's true, why do people keep making excuses? The monk looked toward the rising sun. His answer would change everything. The monk drew 2 circles in the dirt. Inside the first, he wrote, "Comfort." Inside the second, he wrote, "Growth." Then he asked, "Can you stand in both?" Elias stepped into one circle, then the other, but never both. The monk smiled. That is the battle every human fights. Laziness isn't the desire to rest. It is the desire to stay comfortable while expecting your life to change. Those words struck Elias like lightning. For years, he had waited for motivation. He thought successful people felt inspired every day. The monk gently shook his head. Discipline always arrives before motivation. Action creates energy. Waiting creates fear. For the first time, Elias understood why he had been trapped. His problem had never been laziness. It was dependent on feelings, and feelings changed every hour. The character did not. The following morning, Elias didn't wait to feel ready. He simply stood up. He cleaned his workshop, sharpened his tools, touched the unfinished block of wood. His hands trembled. His mind whispered, "Maybe later." Instead of listening, he made one cut, then another. Only 10 minutes passed, but something incredible happened. The hardest part had disappeared. Starting had been the mountain. Working became the path. Day after day, he repeated the same habit. Some days he felt excited. Other days he felt nothing. Still, he worked. Months passed. Beautiful carvings filled his workshop. Travelers began buying his work. Soon, people crossed neighboring villages just to meet the young craftsman everyone admired. When they asked for his secret, he always smiled. "I stopped waiting for tomorrow." Years later, Elias returned to thank the old monk. The monk was quietly planting another tiny seed. Elias asked, "Master, what was the greatest lesson you ever taught me?" The monk gently pressed the seed into the earth. Then he answered, "Every dream grows exactly the same way, not through one giant decision, but through hundreds of tiny beginnings." Ordinary effort. It is actually built by ordinary actions repeated on ordinary days. Only then did Elias realize the stone, the rope, the circles, the seed. None of them had been the lesson. They had simply helped him discover the truth already waiting inside himself. The greatest enemy of personal growth is rarely failure. It is delayed. We postpone because we fear imperfection. We wait because comfort feels safe. But every day we postpone, today's inspirational story reminds us that discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect. Real self-improvement begins the moment you choose action over excuses. You don't need perfect conditions. You only need one small beginning, one page, one step, one phone call, one workout, one promise kept. Those tiny actions become a lifetime of transformation. That is one of the most powerful life lessons anyone can learn. Now ask yourself honestly, what dream have you been postponing? What excuse have you carried like a heavy rope for far too long? Share your answer in the comments below. Someone reading your story may finally find the courage to begin their own journey. If this wisdom story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Wisdom Tales Journeys, and join us for more wisdom stories, life lessons, inspirational stories, personal growth, and self-improvement that can help you build a wiser, stronger, and more meaningful life. And remember this timeless truth. Great lives are never built by waiting for the perfect day. They are built by beginning on an ordinary one.